Hello, hello, friends. Welcome to Monday. It's Monday, July 10th. It's 2 p.m. Central. And I'm going to be working on decorating some pages in the Twisted Paper Studio junk journal that we started at Junk Journal Jamboree last month. Now, this week, our next Jamboree is coming up on Thursday, and I'll be live for that. I think my time is at 2 p.m. again, Central. Oh, yeah, let's look. I made my schedule for the week, and I'm so glad I'm getting some seriously great responses from you guys. Your feedback is super helpful. When something's happening and we share something and you're able to say, wow, I love that. That's really awesome. It helps us so much because it tells us, that positive feedback really helps us know that we should keep doing those things. So I do have the schedule here. And on Thursday, yes, 2 p.m. Central, the Junk Journal Jamboree, that's my part of that. But, of course, there are 7 other creative junk journalers who will be sharing projects that day. So, take part in the whole event, not just my section, of course. Hey, Gia, how are you, friend? Welcome, welcome. So let's see, I'm going to let everybody come on. I am broadcasting live on the Comfy Nest with Grace Facebook page, YouTube channel, and in the free craft community, the Crafty Chicks Club, where you can join just to, get together with other like-minded ladies who like to create and share their project photos and all that jazz. It's also a good place to keep up with the happenings here at the Comfy Nest. Like if something's going on, like right now we got the Junk Journal, Make a Junk Journal Start to Finish workshop going on. So those kind of posts about any new activities or events, they all go in that group as well. I got a little project going on. I'm trying to organize. I have these rolls of washi tape, and they're coming off of, like, they keep unraveling. So I'm trying to get them to stay put so that I can put them away again. Hey, Molly, how are you, friend? There's Nancy. Hi, Nancy. Hey, Nancy, have you started your junk journal yet? Your Make a Junk Journal, start to finish. Have you been able to start? I'm so excited about that. I just did a little video, cleaning up my desk from last night and showing you guys how I organize my stuff in my bins. I have my bin here for today's live for this other project that we're going to work on. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Donna in Houston, Texas. Hey, friend. I'm so glad you guys are here. What's everybody up to on Monday? Gannon had his infusion this morning. Thank you to everybody who prayed for Gannon, upon my request for prayer. It's always a little nerve-wracking, new medication being introduced to a system, especially your child. So for a new medication for Crohn's, he has Crohn's disease. So my heart gets a little nervous. So I appreciate all the prayers that you guys offered up for him. He did not have any negative reactions. He has not had any negative reactions yet, or hopefully at all. I mean, that's the goal, right? The prayer that he won't have any at all. But so far, so good. He's been done for a couple of hours, and he's in the living room chilling out and watching some TV. He thinks he's going to take a nap, which is a good idea. I told him I wish I could take a nap. Anybody else taking a? Where are my nap lovers? Who's taking a nap today? Hey, Sharon. I see you. To God be the glory. Absolutely, Molly. To God be the glory is right. So prayer is powerful, and I ask for it when I really need it, and you guys came through. You always come through. So thank you to all of you sweet chicks for praying. Nancy says she started her journal. Get it, girl. It's so exciting. Let's see. Who else is here? Missy's here. Hey, Missy. What's up, girl? Anita's here. Oh yeah, thank you, you guys, for those prayers. All right, let me get the table, the other table up here, the table cam, so you can see. So here's the schedule that I printed for the week. It is kind of a busy week for me. It's always busy, but I just don't think everybody realizes, because you may be connected to me through Chakator. You may be connected with me through the Craft Therapy Club or the Junk Journal Jamboree, or it might be, things like that. Or you were connected with me maybe through Craft Round the Clock. I am no longer a hostess in Craft Round the Clock. I made the decision to let go of that, and maybe not everybody knows that yet. So I did announce it with who? On my deck, happy hour with Facebook subscribers. I think I told those girls and the girls in my Craft Therapy Club, the club members, they already knew that. But last week I made the decision to let that go. As as a hostess in that group, we pay every month to get our slot, 1 week, one slot a week in that group. And I just didn't feel like that was going in the same direction that my business is going. So I decided to let it go. There are amazing people in that group. The creatives are amazing. There's so much fun stuff being shared. So still, if you're getting something out of it and you love that group, stay in the group. Enjoy all the events. Do it. It's just, I'm not going to be in Craft on the Clock events or in that group anymore. So for sure, just to remind you, for sure then, it was the same thing when I stopped doing lives on the Essential Stencil page several months ago. Gosh, it has to be at least 6 months now, is it? I sometimes get messages from some of you that say, I miss you over on the Essential Stencil page. And I love that. I love that. It makes my heart swell. I just want to remind you to please make sure you like and follow this page, The Comfiness with Grace, and the YouTube channel, so that you can stay connected. And hopefully, if everything goes right, you will get notifications from Facebook or YouTube when I'm live, which I am right now. So hopefully you got a notification. If you're not getting a notification, you might want to get on the Telegram channel, because that is an app on your phone where I can send a message and let you know what's going on. And I do send personal photos and some behind the scenes stuff to the Telegram channel users. Hey, Connie, how are you? Hey, Cindy in Michigan, I see you. Yes. Oh, it's Janet's 41st anniversary. Happy and blessed anniversary to you. And your hubby, she says she's just getting back from lunch. Well, I hope you had a relaxing, enjoyable one. Yeah, Mary says, I love how you posted the schedule. You're welcome. I'm glad it's helpful. I was a little I needed to put it down for myself. I already have it on my calendar. My calendar is full with the boys, like notes for the kids, like doctor's appointments and stuff. So it's really full, our like family calendar. So I wanted to have this because it just is so clean and clear where I need to be, what time, and for who. So if you haven't seen this, take a screenshot of it from the page. I'm going to put on my little clipboard here. I don't know if you can see that. I got my little clipboard hanging here with all that we got going on, the workshop that's going on, and the Craft Therapy Club schedule. And every time I update the schedule, I'm going to put in that clipboard so I have it right there, handy dandy. Oh, good. See, more of you saying you like that weekly schedule. So that gives me really good feedback to know maybe I should do that every week. Maybe every Sunday I'll fill that in with the week's new events, and then you can see it and take a screenshot of it or print it if you want to, and have it available. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Donna. All right, let me get you. Let's see if I worked a little bit. I had to figure this out, ladies, but I figured out that I can do this. Wait, this. Look, can you still see me real little? I want you to give me some feedback and talk about feedback right now. I want you to see the table. This is the project we're going to work on right now. I have it in my bin, so you can see it says Twisted Paper Studio Kit. So this was the Junk Journal Jamboree activity from last month. In fact, I think I even have the poster still in here. This was last month's Junk Journal Jamboree, and this month's is already here. It's already here on Thursday. I'll be live again for the next Junk Journal Jamboree. I'm going to bring a new project to you. But I want to decorate some of the pages in this book because it's coming out beautiful. So tell me. Yeah, so Donna says it looks good with you, little. So what do you think? Can I move this? Let me just see if I can move this to a new location. No, I can't. I was going to see if I could move that little square to a different place on the screen, because when I put someone's, like Missy says, I like picture in picture. Well, when I do that, then you can't see my face anymore. So do you like it like that, or would you prefer I do side by side when I'm talking to you? And then what I like to do when I get into the project itself is to make the table screen really big so that you can really see the project. Any feedback you have is awesome. This is your favorite view. Missy says this is her favorite when I'm in the little corner there, like that. Let's leave it like that. It's Missy's favorite. I'm here to please you, Miss Missy. Hey, Cheryl. She says, yes, with a heart. Okay, let's look at what we got here. This book. I am in love with this book. I am in love. Really, you guys, this was the first book. I'm just going to leave this here for a minute. I'll get rid of the box in a second. But this was the first book that I did from... Is it the... No, it's not the first book that I did. The other ones that I've done, I've sold. This is the second or third book that I've done where the outside is an actual book cover. It was a library book, the book cover, and I took the insides of the book out. I used the little library card sleeve right here. It was the first page in the book on this side, and I tore it out and I put it here and made it into a little pocket. I got my ladies in here. In fact, I think we're going to use this one. Come on out here, lady. And I love that the other one is just kind of peekabooing, peekaboo, her little head. And I can still close it and she doesn't get squished. But anyway, this was a hardcover book from the library, and I created the signature pages and put them in there during Journal Jamboree. We started this, and I think I did a couple of subsequent lives to finish putting the book itself together because this one was a little more complicated, but it worked out great. And now I just want to spend a little more time decorating pages. So I'm going to move the box aside. I'm definitely going to use her, or that's my plan. I'm going to move the box aside while I show you. Let's do a little flip through of the book itself so you can see what we've got going on so far. Cheryl says, I like the side-by-side. I do have a question about StreamYard. Do you need to accept each time, or once is good? Cheryl, once should be good as long as you're opening Facebook in the same browser, and maybe you haven't updated your app. I think if you make any changes to your browser, you update your app or something like that, you're going to need to reestablish that. But it should happen just once, you know, like I can see your name on the screen here just fine. Missy says, big face when you're talking to us, little face when you're crafting. That's how I like to do it too, Missy. That's how I like it. Molly likes it side by side. So we'll do a little bit of each. It took me like hours because I'm gonna show. It took me hours. I wanted to give you the eyes, because I am not technically savvy. It took me hours of watching YouTube videos and chatting with StreamYard support. I should have just started with StreamYard support, but I thought I can figure it out on my own. So I went and did a little research to do this picture-in-picture, and I was chatting with Amanda from Simply for Amazing Art, and because she uses it, I think it was Amanda that I was chatting with because she uses it too. Yeah, it was Amanda. It wasn't Michelle. And anyway, took me out. I should have just contacted support right away because they were awesome, and they put me directly to the link I needed to figure out how to do it. But no, I was being stubborn and wanted to figure it out myself and cost myself several hours of work. Sure, but I got it. I'm going to see if I can figure that out. Not right now. Someone said, can you put your face in the upper right corner? Not right now. I can't. I wish I could. That'll have to be another couple of hours. Let's be real. Us 50-year-old ladies and the technology. I know enough to get me going, but not enough to get super fancy. I have to spend a little time figuring out how to do that. Okay, so let's do a quick flip through. So sometimes when I'm decorating a book, I may just come across an embellishment or a card like right here. This is a napkin on a cardstock. That's all it is. It's a napkin on cardstock. And then I darkened the edges. I distressed the edges. And I've not found a use for this since I made it. And when I was going through the book and making the book, I finally thought this little piece that I have in my collection would be perfect in this book because it's flowery and Victorian. And so I thought birds and flowers and butterflies would be great in this book, lace, things like that. So that was something I had in my collection. Now, I don't know. I didn't want to commit to like gluing this down on this page because it could be pulled out and used as a journal card, or I could tape like a picture of something on here, or you could use it for whatever you want. But I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to use it for. So all I did was paper clip it in here with another rose embellishment that I found. Is that a rose? Does anybody know? I can't quite read that. I mean, it's in another language. Is that a rose? I have no idea. I mean, I love flowers, but I don't know what they're called. Anyway, I just staple or paper clip them in there. So it's not permanent and I can move them around if I want to. Here, these were the cutout ladies that came with the Twisted Paper Studio kit that we used for last month's Junk Journal Jamboree. You can see this paper that comes in the kit matches. Everything matches when you buy a digital kit. So these ladies came with, I had cut them out already. And because I had this little pocket here, I thought I would just keep her here until I'm ready to find a place for her. And I made this pocket here. So I kept this little one in this little pocket here. And maybe they'll stay there forever. Maybe I'll decide to put them somewhere else in the book. This is a project that we did not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before that in the Craft Therapy Club, using leftover napkins. So these little owls were on a napkin that had already been used for a creative project, and I only had a couple of these little birds left. So I made another little card, tag, bookmark, however you want to use it, to slip in. So I thought I'll just stick that there for now. Fits perfectly. So let's do a little flip through and just see what we have done so far. There's actually 2 sheets here. I did not mean to clip my vellum. So these pages are the pages that were with the digital kit. They're printable. Okay, so you can go to the Twisted Paper Studio on Etsy and get that kit if you want to. And then I added some of my own pages like this foiled vellum. You'll see as we flip through, like I added the burlap just for something interesting. I added the doily to the book just for something interesting. Here, this is paper clipped. I added the ledger paper, and then I wasn't loving the ledger paper against the doily. I didn't think it went really well together. So I made this little folder flap with washi tape and a book page that's all coffee stained. Well, actually, it's not coffee stained. This one I used my Distress ink to just stain it up a little bit. That way the doily just looked a little prettier in there. And so to hold this flap closed, I have my little paper clip here. So paper clips are a nice way to organize your pages as you go through. This is resume paper that has been coffee stained. There's that doily again, music paper. So these were all added in with the kit. So this page, see, that's one of the cutout girls, and she was embedded on this collaged page printable from the kit. So what you see in the book is a combination of my stuff and the kit, and I really like making books that way, because I love to use junk in my journals, but then you can buy digital kits for really inexpensive, print off only what you're going to use, or print them off multiple times if you want to, and have some coordinated elements in your book, which I love to have coordinated elements in my book. So this was all junk. It was like a leftover piece of cardstock, leftover note page from the junk journal bundles that I'm selling on my site. That was like a page, I think, that got ripped. I think that's what that was. And then this was just from a magazine, a home decor magazine. Those were 2 bird prints that were on the wall, and I liked them. And the blue really matches the blue on this page. Here I have a little snippet roll that I made with paper, fabric, book pages, lace, denim. So let's do a little flip through. More doilies. So see how the pages are all similar in here? I like to repeat. Oh, here's a book page that's been heavily stained with metallic and colorful sprays. There's another one of those snippet rolls. It's a calendar page from a calendar that there were pages and pages upon pages in that calendar that I never used. They're completely blank. So rather than throwing the calendar out, those go in my junk journals. This is a really lovely flower sticker. I have to peel off the clear part to put the sticker down, but I haven't done that yet because I don't know. I was going to stick it on this page, but I'm not totally committed to that. So I just, again, paper clipped it up there. It still looks pretty and decorative. And now I have this loose embellishment that later, when I'm feeling like I want to commit, I can decide where I want to put that. Okay, here we're getting to a part that I want to work on. Let's see, this envelope. Okay, here's the back of the envelope. This is like a regular card envelope. Can you see that? It's a regular card envelope. And the flap is over here. The way I sewed it in, the flap is to that envelope is right here. So I sewed these pages in between. So I would like, this to me seems really just blah. So we're going to decorate this today. Let me just do a quick flip and see if there's anything else worth noting in here that's different or unusual. So when you put these books together, you get, like, I think that's really busy together. So I may end up putting an envelope or something in here or stapling something in. I'm not sure. But when you put your pages together, you get to decide the exact order that they go in. So you can monkey around with the placement of everything. There's one more of those snippet rolls that I love to use them on the edge as a place to grab the page, and it gives it some more like structure and depth. All right, I think that's it. So we're going to work on this page right here, this envelope page. So I'm going to get a clip because this keeps closing on me. I'm going to get a clip to hold this stuff down so that I can work on decorating this really plain blank envelope. And what I was thinking is she fits on here perfectly. We got to make a backdrop for her though. She's going to go there. We're going to make something real pretty for her. Hey, you don't ever have to apologize for being late. We are just happy to have you come on and hang out with us. This is a floating signature, Gia. Yes, she's saying, I'm trying to remember how you did that signature. It is a float. Well, listen, it was supposed to be a floating signature, and then I changed my mind and I glued the floating part down for security so that I know this is not going to go anywhere. So it started floating and it ended up being glued down completely. I'm reading Jeanette's comment. Jeanette wants to know. All right, everybody, up on the screen, read Jeanette's comment. I'm going to go see if I can grab a book to answer her question. I think I know where it is. Oh, my sewing machine's in the way. I moved my sewing machine last night so I could have more room on my table. I'm here, girls. I'm here. I'm just grabbing something for Jeanette. So Jeanette purchased one of the altered books that I created and sold on my website. I have been doing auctions for those, but lately I have not had, to be completely honest with you, lately I have not had a whole lot of free time to do the auctions, but I have books that I can share and sell with you guys. So there's one available now. I put about 4 or 5 altered books on the website a couple of weeks ago. Jeanette grabbed one of them. Thank you, Jeanette, for supporting me and my small business, my family. I appreciate you so much. So she's asking, I would like to do something like this with that altered book. Okay, so I want to show you, Jeanette. This is a Reader's Digest book, and I did design the outside with some rice paper, and I used some gold leaf and some texture medium, and then this is an actual little gold medallion that I glued down there. So this is a Reader's Digest book that I completely altered to be an art journal. So Jeanette, if you remember this book, I left the book pages in the book. And then what I do is I end up gluing several of the pages together to make thicker pages, not the regular book pages that are in the book like you would expect. I take like 3 or 4 of those book pages and glue them together to make one really thick page so that these pages can stand the liquids that I'm putting on there, the paints, the gels, the glues. And this is a napkin. This is all napkin with some colors added. Napkin. This was just me doodling with markers. Napkin. So Jeanette, you totally can alter the inside of your book as well. I started using this book out. This is a napkin. All of these napkin started out, I think, all napkins. And then I changed, like this is an altered page with pockets. and a little butterfly embellishment. Doodling. That's me doodling. This one has Chalk Couture on this side and a picture of my kids on this side. So I just used it like an art journal where every page I just kind of did whatever I felt like doing. I wanted to learn how to do bubbles. And so I took out some of my supplies and practiced and played making these fantastic bubbles on a black background. This one I got these retro stickers and wanted to play with them. So just kind of a mixed media art there. This is one of my favorite art journal pages ever. Love this one. I have a note to myself that I used golden crackle paste on that page. This I was just practicing with texture mediums and some metallic waxes that I have. And I loved the page so much. It was going to be a background, and then I ended up loving it so much that I decided that is the page. I don't want to do anything else to this. I love this page so much. And every time I come to it, actually, I comment on it and I stop on it. So I want, and I hope you guys feel this way too, that in your books, when you're creating and you're decorating and you're playing and doing art on your pages, that you do you. There's no rule that says if I start with napkins, I have to do every page with napkins. Or if I use stickers, I have to put stickers on every page. Or if I use Chalk Couture, that I have to do that on every page. Or pictures of my kid. There are no other pictures, I don't think, in this book of my kids. This is more like a scrapbook page. But I don't care. It's my book. I love this book. Napkin. That's just a martini glass I drew. So yes, this page has lots of texture and chipboard embellishment. So Jeanette, yes, you can keep the pages in your book and decorate all over them. Either this way, this is more, I would say, like an art journal, or you can decorate them like this and add extra things to the pages as you want to. So anyway, we can, flip through. There's lots and lots and lots of creative projects in this book. Some of them, I taught this in the Craft Therapy Club. This is a really easy background to create. Actually, it's super easy to create. And I taught the girls that, and there's a guide called Backgrounds, where it's just background and like how to do backgrounds. And this one is in there. I did it on black and I did it with white to show the difference using black and white. But anyway, yes, I absolutely, oh, this is one of my other favorite pages of all time with that angel. Anyway, so Jeanette, yes, this is one of those books. Here's another one. This is a kid's book, Magic Tree House, that I bought when I was on vacation with my sisters. No, I didn't buy it. It was free. It was free in the bargain bin. At the thrift store where we were, we wanted to do art journaling while we were on vacation for a week together. It was a girls' trip. So my other sister, who lived close to where we were staying, brought a bunch of her art supplies, and we used her stuff to create with. And then when I got home, I kind of continued on with this book. Oh, this is I think Landon created this a long time ago. It's not mine. It's Landon's, and I didn't want to throw it out, so I stuck it in my own art journal. So anyway, yes, you can, Jeanette. Use your books however you see fit, however you want to use them. It's totally your book. How did I glue them together? I think there's a video in the Craft Therapy Club about that too. There are multiple ways you can do it. You can just use a glue stick. Oh, thanks, Jeanette. I'm glad you guys love it. That's so good. Oh, guys, I have to sneeze. Hang tight. I'm gonna roll away. Oh, excuse me. I felt it coming. All right, let's get to decorating. What I want to do, I may not even get to this side, but right here, this really plain side of this envelope, I'm going to decorate it. So let's get the camera back to showing you the table big. And I went through my bin. So this is the bin for this book. And I pulled, like I started to pull, and I thought I better wait for you guys. Remember, I have this paper. I sell this paper on my website. It's handmade paper. It's big, so you can fold it, and it would be good paper to make pages in your signatures for a standard size book. But I think I'm going to use a little bit of that. I have some fabrics. I have these. I thought I could make a backdrop with some of this stuff for her. So let's start with that. These here are both from the digital kit. And they see how they all coordinate. Everything coordinates, but I really thought I could use this big panel here. So I'm going to tear that out. And we'll start with that. And actually, I have a lot of color on the background of this. So, because I like this panel with the fleur-de-lis, the white, and then it has gold fleur-de-lis. But around it, she put the same background image that she has on some of the pages in here, like this. So it's the same. It's blue, but it's the same pattern. So let's tear this out. And I'm going to see about making this one of the panels that goes on here. And get rid of all the white. So now it is just about the same size. I'm not a super measurer. That's just not me. I totally wing it and work with what I got. Okay, that's just about the same size, and I don't necessarily want that just plopped on there on its own. I'm going to use some of this paper for corners. So I'm going to rip this and use some of this because it's got that cool, really dark, stained, ripped corner. So I think I'm going to glue this down here. I want it smaller though, like that. And then maybe a small one in the other corner, like right here. No, that's still too big. How do I want to do it? I could flip it. Could go like that. Yeah, I like it like that. Okay, so I just want a little bit of this peeking on both sides. And then this is also going to go on here. We're trying to make a backdrop for her. Okay, this is going to be really busy, so I may end up covering that up a little bit. Before if you watch me, like when you've watched me, you'll notice, before I end up gluing anything down, I don't fully commit until I know exactly what I'm going to do here. I would like for her to be on top, but this is too busy, I feel like, for her. So maybe this piece of fabric can come in handy and get used. Like we're trying to layer. This is way too big. It's way too big. But yeah, like, so if I do this and kind of create a collage of papers and fabric that can be used. If she goes on top, that feels a little better to me. Not so busy, right? And then I think I'm going to put some kind of phrase. I have some chipboard phrases that I'm going to put. This to me, though, feels like it needs to be obscured a little bit. And I think I might splash it with some paints. And in fact, I ordered, you guys, sprays, I should say. Let me get my spray box. I ordered more sprays, you guys. I'm becoming addicted to sprays. Let's spray this down. Here's my spray box. I've become addicted to sprays, and I just ordered about, I don't know, 6 more bottles or something. 6, 7. I don't know. I don't even know what I ordered, but I'm excited for them to come. I'm going to try the neutral. So this is that coppery, oh, it's tarnished brass. So it kind of matches what the fleur-de-lis color is, but I want to obscure that a little so it's not so darn busy on that page. No, oh, well, that's not what I meant to do. No better way to obscure than to spray it. All right, I'm just going to wet it. This is just regular water. That didn't move at all. It was just kind of stuck where it was. So I'm going to use water. Come in with a rag, paper towel here to sop up some of that liquid. That did not come out the way I wanted it to, so I don't know if my little thing got clogged. Let's just give it a little. There we go. I feel like I can't just do that. Can't just spray one color. All right, her dress is green, but she has some pinks in her hair and on her bodice. at the, what do I call that, you guys? Right there. Remember when we do hearts, I say it's a heart cleavage. She's got pink on her bodice. She's got pink in her hair. So let me see if I can grab a pink bottle of something or other to put down on there and to kind of pull out those colors. This color is very bold. It's actually called, it's rose quartz. I'm going to spray it off to the side and just see like how much of this am I going to get. Yeah, there we go. We'll do a dark blob right there. Okay. Still got the fleur-de-lis, but now it's not the key thing that you see. Your eye actually will turn to all of the spray colors before you see that background of the fleur-de-lis that to me just felt really busy. You love to spray too? You keep forgetting the time. Whoever said that, someone said, I have to print out your schedule. I keep forgetting the time. I sent out a message this morning on the Telegram channel, but I have not done this in a long time, but I forgot to, I think, message you guys that I was going live, like a reminder. I did remind, I asked you guys for some prayers this morning for Gannon while we were at the clinic and showed you a picture of Gannon at the clinic this morning on the Telegram. And then I also gave you an update on how he was doing, but I forgot to let you guys know on the Telegram channel that I was live. So make sure, though, you're on the Telegram channel. I don't normally forget to do that. Okay, I love that this got like crinkly. And I love that it's all crinkled up. It's still a little damp right in here where I put the water, but I think I'm okay with it. Let's just see. I'm going to do this. These will definitely go here and here. I could actually glue those down because I'm pretty confident on those. And I'm going to put the glue on the envelope. And I'm hanging it over my envelope. I'll show you what I mean. I'm hanging the edge over the envelope. See how you can, on this side, you can see that brown paper sticking out because I love things chunky and I like them sticking out and I love the texture. So I stuck it out on that side. Let's see, maybe I should do the same thing down here and put it over the edge of the envelope. A little unexpected texture and dimension. So that will stick out right here, you can see. And then this fabric is going to go here. What I'm trying to decide, do I want to put the fabric over this panel? I think I do because I really want the texture of the fabric. I think I might spray the fabric, girls. It's going to get wet, but let's put a little blob of spray on there. Let's put a little blob. Let's go with the same colors. Maybe I'll add a little green this time. Her dress is green. I just got a bunch of new colors and I'm trying to, this one's called Olive. Oh, thanks for blessing the nest, Stephanie. I appreciate you, my friend. Whoa, that, I did not. That was unintended. It like took over the whole piece. What the stinker. What the stink. All right, what the stink. Let's get that same color, that rose quartz. Nope, that's some funky turquoise. That's not what I want. I'm going to grab a little bit of this rose quartz and geez Louise. It's not even showing now. The olive green, the moisture of the olive green just sucked up my quartz. All right, we better dry. Darn it. You never know what you're going to get when you start spraying things, girls. You just never know. But I love that. I think like that to me is super exciting. The randomness of it. It's actually not that wet. I think we're good. Okay. Box aside. This is going to go here. Yeah, you know, it matches her dress though. I think it matches her dress. Okay. And because this panel got so big, I'm going to actually flip this around so that we see this will go under her. Much of that will go under her. And this is going to go like this. Now, what I have to decide, Around these edges is like pure white because it's a white envelope, and that's what I'm trying to hide. So let's grab some archival ink and just muck up those edges. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take, this is where I took this from. I'm going to use the back of it as a backdrop for myself. And let's just muck up these edges a little. Did you know if you ever, like if your pad is going a little bit dry and you feel like you need more ink but you don't have any, you can just give it a little spritz before you go get your re-inker and kind of reactivate that so it comes off a little more easily. So I'm going to do anything that might get exposed, I'm going to give it a good dose of it. And I actually would like for the edges to be a little darker. Or we're going to make them look burnt so they kind of match this paper here. They won't match all the way, but there. All right, let's see what that brings us to. If we do this in the corner, we put her here. Yes, my Lord, I love it. Okay, she is a cutout from cardstock, and I cut it out so that you could see a little bit of white around. It almost looks like a sticker. She's got white all around the edges, so let's just give her a quick tan. A little distressing. And, you know, I could put this down and do it this way because all this is going to get covered anyway. It's up to you. I feel like this tool is really good for the flat blending parts, but I still want to go back to this guy when it comes to, yeah, see, you just get better results for darkening up your edges. Oh, and this one has black on it. I took the wrong one. It's okay. I just really want to darken up the edges so she stands out more. It kind of gives her a little frame that's deeper and darker. I don't want the white. I want something more bold. White can be bold. Some funny sounds coming from my backyard. When I was gone for the college visit with my kids, my son didn't, my husband didn't go. He had to work, had to stay home and work. So while we were gone, we own a landscaping and erosion control company. While we were gone, he decided he was going to do some yard work in our yard. There's a retaining wall in our yard that is like falling apart. It was like that when we bought the house 6-7 years ago, and we just haven't had time to like address it. So he started addressing it while we were gone. So we came home and I was like, what on earth is going on here? He's like, yeah, we got some work going on. So I've got my Facebook subscribers. On Friday, we are is happy hour on my deck every other Friday with Facebook subscribers. So you guys will get to see. I'll give you a walking tour on Friday of what we got going on in the backyard. It is quite a mess. You know how it's always a big old mess before it gets pretty again? So I'm excited about it though. About the changes, because he's going to be able to put in a little set of steps, and 2 actually, that are needed on that side of the house for getting around down to that part of the yard. All right. And on Saturday, Saturday was Landon's birthday. I had to remind myself. It was Landon's birthday, and in the morning, our advertising gal, Erin, she's fabulous. We absolutely love her at the local radio station. She asked us to come in and record a couple more ads, and the 4 of us go in. The kids have been in the ads for our erosion control landscaping company since they were little. They've been doing it since they were little. It's like a really fun way to incorporate our family into the business and let people know it's a family-owned business, just like the Comfy Nest is. And I put too much air. I took out too much air out of my bottle. So we went in and recorded 2 ads actually. For some reason it was coming out just fine and now it's not coming out, my glue. So I'm going to try to add more air to the bottle. There we go. I suctioned it all out. So we recorded 2 new ads for the landscaping company on Saturday and they turned out great. Now she sent them to me when I was at the clinic. Once she has them all edited down and finalized, so we know what's going on the radio, she texts me the audio files. I'm going to see if I can post that for you girls in the club. I'll see if I can post those audio files in the club for you guys to hear them. They're hilarious. Very, very funny. All right, so I'll check comments here in a second. I know I've been pretty focused on getting this done. I want that fringe to really show. I don't want to lose my fringe. There. She's going to go here. Now, before I get her down, maybe I can put her more over here and put a phrase here. Let's find our chipboard phrase that we're going to put on here so that I know where I want to position it. So I have these I bought from Tim Holtz. So we'll look through these. Oh, lots of new comments. Let me see what everybody's saying. Hey, Lori, it's okay that you're late. You've been working on your signatures? Good girl. You just read my mind on the dauber. Yep, you have to make a mess to clean it up, Cheryl. It's true, it's true. Hey, Kathy Engel. Thanks for being here. I see you. Kathy, is it Engel or Angel? Is it said Angel? Like Angel Studios? Oh, thanks, Carol. She said it does match. Yeah, I try to keep things pretty coordinated. I know everything is junky in the book, but I still like to make things kind of coordinated. Like, see, we have the purple. It's fuchsia, but it looks, you know, to me, it looks real purple with this purple spot right here on this dictionary page. But it's pulling out the pink in her hat and her hair ribbon. That's what I was hoping. Okay. Nature creates the greatest effects with the most limited means. Blessed are the curious, for they shall have adventures. That one's a good one. I like it. This one's good too. Every day you decide who you want to be. Oh, this one's really good. I want to be improbable and afraid of nothing as if I had wings. Yes. She wants to be improbable, girls. I'm feeling it. That's what I'm feeling for her. Should we name her? Do you guys want to name her? Vote on a name. Give me a name for this sassy lady who wants to be improbable. I'm looking for, right now, I'm looking in my stash for a one that matches this page, a color stamp that would match this page. I think that would do it. And I think I'll just use a little finger dauber. I'm going to put a little bit of this green color on the edges of this improbable quote. If you guys give me a name, I think I'm going to stamp a woman's name on this page. So you guys can come up with a name for me in the comments. Somebody shout out some ideas. We'll pick one from the comments. I want to be improbable and afraid of nothing as if I had wings. That's awesome. I think I'm going to add a little bit of this color to other places on the page. Again, just like for me, it feels more coordinated when I do that. I had an itch on my nose. My nose is itchy. Why is that? Does that mean somebody's talking about me? Does anybody believe in that folk tale? that saying that people have? Okay, she's going to go here. I think this will go here, but I would love it if we had, I think I would like to just stamp a woman's name on here. I'm going to start putting my stuff back in my box because I'll just get to the one page today. I promised Gannon I would spend a little time with him. I did pull other things out that I thought might be good on this page. This page is going to be all set, but maybe any of these could be used over here. I might paper clip this there just because I like it, but I'm not totally sure yet. And so when I'm non-committal, I tend to like, I'll just paper clip it there. And that way I can decide later. Everything else is going to go back in that bin, the box for this project, because as I decorate it, I like to pull the same embellishments out and know exactly where they are. Okay. Oh, thanks, Carol. Your comment means the world to me. She said that I could sit and watch you all day. It's so soothing and your pieces are adorable. Why, thank you, my love. Where do I buy papers and stickers for the journals? I have purchased some on Amazon. I have purchased some from like scrapbook.com or michaels.com. There are no stores where I live. Like the closest hobby store is 90 miles from me. So I do a lot of my shopping online. Etsy is a great, great place. Like these all came from Etsy printables. And this particular kit, the Twisted Paper Studio kit, you would go to her Etsy shop and look for kits from her. So a little bit of everywhere. You know, it takes time to kind of curate a collection of things that you like, that kind of speak to you and that you like to work with. Violet. Cheryl came up with the name Violet for a girl. That's a good name. Genevieve, a good. Charlotte. Oh, you guys. Ella. Antoinette, Lori Elliott. Very clever. Victoria, that's another good one. Oh, two of you, both Mary and Joyce, said. Victoria, look at Carol. She's suggesting Elsmerada. That's fantastic. Patrice. All right, Patrice. Amelia. I really love that one, Kathy. Amelia. Veronica. Francesca. That's a good one too, Gia. Oh, somebody said, I always learn so much from you. I'm glad to hear that. Melita. Rose. I think I went back. Amelia. Kathy, I think I'm going to use your suggestion. Please don't be offended. We're going to pick one name. I think I'm going to put Amelia on here. I love that name. And actually, I'm going to put her name up here. And I'm going to put the quote kind of floating over her gown. Of course, when you do this, you can do whatever the heck your little heart desires. And there's no right or wrong way to do it. I just think that's how I feel like doing it. So that's how I'm going to do it. I've pulled out some letters, stamps. So we're going to put her name. We're going to stamp her name. But let's get her glued down first. Liberal amount of Fabrifix. Really focusing on the edges this time because I don't want, like if her little feet stick up and out, they might get torn off of her in the book. So because she's just on like a thin cardstock paper. It's not nothing, it's not chipboard or anything. And I don't want her to fall apart on me. So I made sure to get all of the outest edges, even though a lot of times I like my pages to flip up and be kind of dimensional, but I don't want to lose any of her. So I'm going to make sure to glue her all down really well. Okay, now this is going to go here, I think, but let's get the letters out. These are the letters. I have this little bin, and I have little letters and I have big letters, and I think the big letters are going to be way too big. A-M-E-L-I-A, so 6 letters. I think they're going to be too big. I don't know. So I might just go with the little ones. I don't know though. Maybe I'll do it like that and then put her name going up her dress. That sounded funny. Up her dress. Like, so if I'm not sure, like what I'll do is this. Like, I don't know. I think these are going to be too big, but can I fit 6 letters across? It doesn't matter what letters. I'm just trying to see. Amelia. I could, but it's going to be really bold. So instead of doing the really big letters, I'm going to do these smaller ones, more subtle. You could handwrite it. You don't have to have fancy little. They sell these for, I think, like $1 at Michael's. I don't know if you've ever seen that. Let's see if these are all together, because sometimes what happens is they get stuck together and you have to pull them apart and glue them back together. So A, Come on, M. See, they're stuck together. M. There's the I. There's the L. Here's the I. And then I'm going to use, oh, I need the E. Okay. Why do I have two eyes? Two eyes. Maybe one's supposed to be an exclamation point. I bet that's what it is. They look exactly the same. What am I missing? I have my L. Yeah, I'm going to use Amelia. So the A I'm going to have to use twice. Hopefully these are all facing the right direction. I'm going to do this in brown, actually. And before I put it on, some, you know, the cheap ones, you know, I'm going to make sure this is actually put on it. Yeah, that's an A, and that's the way it's supposed to go. So I'm going to do it up her dress, kind of like off the side of her dress. It's going to be really subtle. And I don't get worked up. Oh, I used the wrong letter. I spelt it wrong, you guys. But see, I don't get worked up about stuff like this. A-M. We just keep... Well, we have the start of America. Amelia, though. We're doing Amelia. Thank you for the suggestion. Amelia. Where's the I? Need my I back. Amelia and A. Cute. Oh, it kind of went on her dress. We're going to double do that. There we go. You guys, you can see the whole reason, you can see that I don't get real worked up when I goof stuff up, because the whole reason is because this is downtime. This is fun time. This is meant to be relaxed time. This is meant to be our hobby and something that we enjoy. I do not want to come in this room. I'm stressed outside of this room. I'm stressed about new medications, infusions for my son, and the medical bills that are going to follow, and college choices for my other son, and just, you know, real life stuff of a family, a young family, right? I worry about stuff like that. And when I come in here, I don't want to worry about any of that. I don't want to worry about anything. I don't want to worry about the fact that I started to spell this wrong. The fact that I had to do the A twice. Whatevs. Like, it's no matter. It's cute in the book regardless. This one needs to get glued down. I'm going to stick with the Fabrifix if I can get it out. Love all the suggestions that you guys made. I'll show you this really close so you can see. Oh, Rose would have been a good one too, Cheryl. I like Rose. I always learn so much from you. Why, thank you for saying so. Amazon has, Carol is sharing with us that Amazon, I'm going to put this up on the screen. She says they have some that stick together so the words are always perfectly placed. I like wonky words, to be truthful with you, Carol. I don't want things to be perfect. It takes all the fun out of it. I like it to be super organic and obvious that a human being created this. It's not something that came off of a plant, manufacturing plant. Okay. I'm going to paper clip this here because I'm not quite sure if I'm going to use it here or not, but I do want to use it in the book. And then let me show you close up and personal how our page turned out. Now this is the back of an envelope, so we'll do something different on that side, of course, but this is what we got. And you can hardly see it. Amelia, it's right there. Amelia. Right along her dress. I like that you have to kind of look for it. Is she not perfect or what? So I have these two lady cutouts still. They've already been cut out and ready to be used. But this kit came with some others right here that are half body, like they're not the full body. And then I have these ladies to cut out. So we have more of these women to use here in the book. And like I said, everything that I'm using in this book goes back in my clear bin, or like they're colored, some of them are colored, but I put it back in the bin so that when it comes time to keep working on it, when I feel like keep working on it, I can go back to it and have all the coordinating and matching supplies in that box. So I don't have to go hunting them down again. I'm glad you guys love it. Yeah. Carol said she likes things wonky and imperfect too. Some people do like perfect. I try so hard to encourage you guys to let it go, because perfect comes with high expectations. And the high expectations are that you can't meet, because nobody can be perfect, is what causes stress. And then your hobby now becomes a job and something that's no longer fun. So if you can, hang out, if you really want to embrace a more relaxed outlook on how to do these, hang out with us more often here, because I will always encourage you, and you will see me time and time again goof things up and just roll with it and make it work, and still really love my projects and really love the process of making them. That's the whole point. The process of making them is what's so relaxed and fun. Now, I had grabbed all this washi tape because I was thinking I could use some of this in here, but I haven't done that yet, but we could do a little washi tape placement as well. I'm thinking I might put something behind the flap here. I mean, we could cover this whole darn thing with washi tape and make it super pretty, because this tape is gorgeous and it has foil on it. Is there any place where I might want to put a speck of washi tape? Like, this is so plain, that envelope. That's what I was feeling like. We got to do something with that envelope. I don't think I have any other really plain white pages anywhere. That might be pretty there. Why not? Let's do it. Let's put some washi tape down. I usually use painter's tape to hold my washi tape like onto the roll, because you can reposition it right. But sometimes it doesn't stay in place, and that's when the stuff starts unraveling. All right, I'll hang that up later. But I think I will make this page, this is old calendar page. I think I'm going to put this here to kind of give it a decorative edge. It will cover up the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or the other option is to wrap it around to the other side. But I think I'm just going to cover it up with this. But washi tape is repositionable and not permanent, so I better get in there with glue, my permanent glue, on the paper. So it'll really hold that washi tape in place. So when I decorate my books, you guys, I don't start at the front and just do every single page until they're done. I go back and forth, and whatever, like on the day that I pick up that book and I feel like working on it, whatever catches my attention, whatever it is that I feel like working on is what I work on. I don't want to have a regimen. I don't want to have an expectation. I don't want to have to be linear about it. This is not a job. It is our hobby. Well, it is a job for me, but not in that regard. Like, I'm really trying to encourage and inspire you guys to enjoy the process of creating for the joy of the process of creating. And the outcomes, they're not always going to be, you're not going to be absolutely in love with everything, but as time goes by, you're really enjoying the process of making it. And I actually have really fond memories, like when I was looking through those books, like the bubble page, that page brought me more joy. I was just playing with my supplies and trying to figure out how to make those bubbles. And then I had the idea to add the extra glitter to it to make it sparkle and shine, which made the bubbles even better. So when I see that page, it brings me back to the joy that I had making it. It's like it brings back the memory of the joy of making it. So I get another like well of joy in my heart. Making pretty things that bring your heart joy, that's what it's all about. All right, look at, see how that just added? It's a foiled floral washi tape. It's really pretty. And it adds just a little more, and it matches this side perfectly. Like, look at that. They match perfectly. Unintentional, but it worked out great. All right, we got a little decorating done in the book. Oh, thanks, Cheryl, for saying that. Yeah, Cheryl says, and she says, I am all over the place with my book. Do it. Yeah, work whatever order you want to. Yes, yes. Janice says, I love come watching you. It's 3 years in October. Well, happy anniversary hanging out here with the Crafty Chicks. I appreciate you so much, Jana. All right, girls. Gannon's waiting for little mama time. So we're going to, it's not that warm out to, well, I mean, it's in the 70s. It's low 70s, like 73 or something. So I'm hoping I can convince him to go for a walk, although it's awfully quiet out there. So I don't know if he finally fell asleep. If he's sleeping, I'm not going to wake him up, but I'm going to go check on him and see if he wants to spend a little time together. I'm going to spend some time with my Gan man. My schedule. So tomorrow I'll be live again at 1:00 crafting, just creating and crafting with you guys, just general crafting. Come hang out and see what's going on in our world. And then Wednesday night. So the next 2 days. So the Wednesday night at 7:00 is our monthly open craft night on Zoom for club members. And I will have a door prize giveaway on Zoom for those who connect with us on Zoom. It also broadcasts in the club, the private group for the Craft Therapy Club. It will broadcast in there, but in order to be in the door prize, I have to see your face live on Zoom. So that's coming up on Wednesday night at 7. So enjoy your day. Go make something pretty that brings your heart joy. Share it with others. Get in the Crafty Chicks Club or in the Craft Therapy Club and share your project photos. We want to see those of you in the Make a Junk Journal Start to Finish workshop. Please share your progress photos in the group. It is very inspiring to see how other people are doing it and what, how big their book is, what papers they've chosen to put it on, to put on their book cover, all the things. We want to see it all. So please share. In the meantime,